All right, what is up, you guys? Today we're going to be going over my free cutting calorie guide. So this is just 6 simple steps to figure out what calories you need to be eating to be in a fat loss phase. So you're going to want to figure out your BMR. So that's your basal metabolic rate. That's the calories that your body is going to burn when you're just at rest. That is what you would burn if you were laying on the couch all day and did absolutely nothing and never moved. So for this, easiest way is honestly just to get a baseline, a BMR calculator online, and that gives you a rough estimate within a couple hundred calories. So that's not your final, that's your baseline. And then the second step is to make sure that's all good, is you are going to eat your regular diet, what you've been eating beforehand, for 7 days. You're going to do it for a week. And you're going to track everything that you eat. And you are going to add that average up. That's step 3. You're going to add up that average calories from all 7 days, and then you're going to divide it by 7 to get your daily average. So you're going to take your total weekly calories, say you had 1,800 calories each day. So add that up, divide it by 7, that's your average daily calories, and that is going to be your starting number. And then we're going to go down to here. So you're going to take that starting number and subtract 200 to 300 calories from that for your daily average. So an example is if you eat 2,850 minus 300, you would be eating 2,550. So that's the formula right there. Another example. And then the steps after this is pretty much just stick to your diet and monitor it. So you're going to want to see how that number affects your body. You want to see if you are actually losing fat. Obviously, take progress pictures every single week, and you are going to want to measure your body weight every single day, preferably in the morning. That's when you're fasted. You lose weight when you sleep. You lose about a pound, and then that'll just be the most consistent time of day to measure your weight. That's what I do every single morning. And you need to see if your weight is consistently going down on average. Now, there's going to be some days where it will spike back up. Like I was cutting down from almost 200 pounds, and I got down into the 180s. I got down to 182 one day, and then the next day I was at 189. And that was all because I kind of ate like crap the day after. I had pizza, I had a bunch of chips, a lot of sodium, so my body held in a lot of water and carbs. And if you eat crappy enough, it can raise your weight a lot. So I went from 182 to 189 in a single day. You are going to want to try to avoid that. But if you see small spikes from day to day, that's fine. You need to see the average going down. Now, if you're measuring and the progress stalls for, I'd say more than a week and a half to 2 weeks, you need to lower it by about 200 calories. So if your starting calories were 2,800 and you did the subtraction of 200 to 300, so you're eating 2,500 calories, and you get to the point where you're losing weight and then you stop for 2 weeks. You don't really fluctuate that much, maybe half a pound each way. You're going to want to lower that by another 200 calories. So you continue that until you have reached your desired body fat percentage. And obviously that is measured mainly by the mirror. You need to take progress pictures to look at your midsection, and honestly taking measurements beforehand as well will really help you. If you measure your arms, your chest, your waist specifically, I know a lot of people, that's their main goal, is to lose belly fat. So you're going to want to take measurements of your body as well, around your waist, legs, arms, chest, to see how much you've actually lost, as well as the mirror. And you can obviously compare these pictures really easily. And then you're just going to continue that until you get to your desired look, essentially. And if you guys have not already, go watch my other video. I'm going to link it in the description of this video. It is going over diet tips, because once you get further into the diet, it is going to be a lot harder to lose weight, and it is going to be a lot harder to keep yourself satiated and full. That's the biggest problem that people have on a cut. That's the biggest problem I have on a cut. I do not like cutting. I eat when I'm bored. And I'm bored a lot of the time. I try not to be. But that is a recipe for disaster for cutting, especially for a dirty bulk as well. So this is just a note of encouragement. Cutting is really hard, especially mentally. Mechanically, it's very easy. You just eat less food than you consume and keep exercising. But it is really hard to tell yourself no when you're craving something. Some easy tips I always tell people are intermittent fasting helps a lot. Low calorie to 0 calorie drinks, energy drinks. Caffeine is also a appetite suppressant, so caffeine is not going to kill you, energy drinks are not going to kill you, aspartame from Diet Coke is not going to kill you. All of these are tools that you can use in moderation to help with your fat loss journey, and it helps keep you satiated. Like right now it is 11:27 a.m. I got up at 5:30 this morning to go to the gym with a buddy from church, and I still have not eaten anything. All I had was a coffee with some sugar in it, and that's less than a couple hundred calories. So I'm going to eat my first meal probably around 1, and that's just a way that I keep more calories for later in the day. So just stay consistent. That's the biggest thing I can tell people, is stay consistent. Fat loss is a long journey. It is a marathon, not a race. You are going to crash and burn very quick if you cheat your diet, and if you start a cut with way too heavy of a deficit. You do not want to go from 2,800 calories to 2,000 calories. You are going to be way too hungry. You need to get your body used to lower amounts, and plus that is going to help you keep the most muscle over time. That is a problem that a lot of natural lifters struggle with. You are going to want to stay consistent, stay in small deficits, as small as you can make it. Try 200 calories. If that doesn't work, make it 300 calories. But still, you're going to want to stay in as small of a deficit as you possibly can. And obviously, if you've already implemented these steps, if you've already tried this stuff and you still can't lose weight, shoot me a DM on Instagram, shoot me ready, and I will see if you're a good fit for one-on-one coaching. And then visit my coaching website. The link will be in the description, as well as the video for you guys to go watch. I'll also have it at the end of this video right here, wherever it is. Appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys continue to stay consistent on this diet, and hope you have a blessed day.